from Seoul, Korea, and welcome to the GSL Codes. I'm Tasteless, and with me is Artosis. How are you doing, brother?
Tasteless, I am happy to be here, and as the song says, these people have been searching for 1,000 years for a show as great as the GSL.
And now it's finally here. We have a very special day today because we may see the last Protoss go out of the tournament.
Yeah, it's we may have a top 16 without a single Protoss. In fact, I'd say it's a good chance. Songho's our last Protoss hope.
Killer.
Yeah.
And, you know, the truth is that Killer's a very good Protoss, but he's sort of in the group of death.
Yeah, this is a pretty sick group. Polt, Tasia, and Dongrigu. That's, like, so insane.
And, you know...
When the least known player in your group is Tasia, there's something wrong.
I know, right? Like, Codes has become so good at this point in time. The players are so refined. I wouldn't say, I wouldn't cry imbalance, but I would say right now Terrans have been succeeding a lot more right now than our Protosses or our Zergs. But I'm really rooting for Killer, not just because I know the guy really well and I like him, but because it would be so cool to see a Protoss, at least one, get deep in this tournament.
I would love to have a top 16 with a Protoss in it. If not, it's going to look like a Warcraft 2 tournament, Tasteless.
It'll be Warcraft 2, orcs and humans.
Yeah. The Zergs and the humans.
Hopefully it just won't be Starship Troopers. It'll be more like Aliens versus Predator.
It'll be like Starship Troopers.
Did you ever like Aliens versus Predator?
And you know what will happen in the finals is a Terran will be facing Nestea and he'll put his hand on Nestee's head and say, "He's not afraid," and then Nestea gobbles him up.
Dude, that scene was so bad. It's like, it's afraid.
Yeah, but it's Nestea, so it's not afraid.
Ah, I get it. You're funny. You're funny. That scene was so bad in that movie.
It was terrible.
It's afraid. I'm like, of course it's afraid. It's surrounded by humans. Then they show in like the credits, it's like being tortured. I'm like, well, this is just a grim movie.
It is.
But hopefully, we will have Songho, Killer. So hard for me to call him his ID because I know him so well in person. I'm always referring to him as Songho.
Those are the old ideas, Songho as well.
Yeah, that makes it even more difficult.
What ID did he have when he started StarCraft 2? It was even worse than Killer.
No, it was always Killer, I think.
No, he used a different one for a little bit.
What was it?
Oh, Baby Bye Bye or something, remember?
Oh, my God. I forgot about that idea. That idea is terrible, too.
Bye Baby Bye or something like that. And I was like, no. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, no. And he's like, yeah. And then he made the ID Killer. And I was like, this is even worse. He's like,
this is...
Oh, Dan, you're mean. And I'm like, no.
We're trying to help you, man. Well, hopefully we'll see him make it. But, of course, he's against Polt. Polt, formerly known as Optimus Prime.
Now TSL Polt.
Yeah, now he's on the member
couple
TSL.
Teammates, man, going at it.
That always sucks, too, especially in this phase of the tournament.
Well, you know what's good is I'm sure one of these guys will get into the round of 16.
Yep.
So that's some consolation right there. Imagine if both of them did, though.
Well, that would be a happy day indeed. Look, Killer and Polt, they're two very good friends. They played together a lot. From what I understand after talking to Coach Lee, Killer is no longer the strongest in the team for the time being, alive. Still very deadly right now.
He'll be playing later on in the day. We'll have a lot to say about him. But for now, it's just this sick, crazy, crazy group.
I don't know what to say.
Who's going to come out of this group, man?
You know, it's tough
any
to say
two
because
players
anybody
could
could do it. Yeah.
Any two players.
It's a group that's good enough. It's not like a group where we have, let's say, Keen. I'm like, well, I think you're probably the weakest in the group. You probably won't get out. You're good and everything, but, you have somebody like Nada or Nestea in your group. I would put them above you. Here, I feel like they're all, they're all fairly evenly matched.
Yeah, it's impossible to tell, Tasteless. I'm really excited, though, because I get to cast a Protoss playing. And
I know.
It might be the last time for the season.
Well, you know what's so funny for me is that I copy all my builds from the games that I see in the GSL. So, I don't know if you guys are just at home, but we're both Protoss players, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch to Terran.
I
have no idea.
You'll learn a lot that way.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So, I'm excited. I think it's going to be good. I don't know what kind of strategies Killer is going to try to execute in this game.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about it. I hope they aren't necessarily early game strategies because Polt is one of the greatest micro players in StarCraft 2. That's actually his strength, which is kind of weird because normally we don't see micro players making it far, but he continually does so.
I believe Polt is actually from Warcraft 3.
He wasn't really a competitive player, though. But he was from Warcraft 3.
Competitive player, maybe not pro gamer. All right, so let's take a look at the Codes round of 32.
Well, here are the people that made it out of those groups into the round of 16. We have MVP versus Bomber as one of the matches. Clyde versus Ryung. These are both going to be sick. Nestea against Virus. I think he already has the antibodies. And then we're going to have MMA against ASD. Don't count ASD out. He looked really good in this first round. Then we're going to have Gonzi against Leenock. That's going to be pretty fun, man. Gonzi is a sick TVZ master, and Leenock is Leenock. Then Lucira against Happy. A couple IM teammates going at it.
Is Lucira spelled backwards aerosol? Am I correct on that?
I don't think that's exactly how it's spelled, but it definitely looks like it.
Kind of looks like that.
So
irrelevant facts coming from Tasteless.
There you go.
Go on, please.
We're going to have today Polt, Killer, Dongragu, and Teja fighting for 2 slots. And then top, Coca, Supernova, and Alive. And it's an odd day when I say Supernova's the weak player in a group, man.
Yeah, Codes is becoming more and more interesting as the players are just getting better and better.
These are actually 2 insanely good groups.
And we have many Nerd Warriors lower on in the ranks in Code B and Code A who are clawing their way to the top, and some of these guys may see their spots taken away from them.
Yeah. Well, 2 very fun groups today, Tasteless. Definitely will be seeing some TVTs as well. Didn't see any TVTs yesterday.
No, yeah, we didn't have a single
The
TVT.
only day that we will ever have in this GSL with no TVTs.
I'm really looking forward to seeing who gets out of this group. I really, really want Killer to make it out.
Well, yeah, not just based upon the fact he's a friend, but he's a Protoss, man.
He's a Protoss.
And we need a Protoss in that round of 16.
Right now, Tassadar and Zeratul,
I'm holding out for a hero, Tasteless, till the end of the night.
They rented out a bar today. They're going to root on Killer.
Really?
That's really actually happening. Zeratul, Tassadar.
I didn't hear the first part, and I'm like, wow, that's like in USA, isn't it like 3 a.m. or something? That's pretty cool, man.
I hope he makes it. I really hope he makes it. I think he can. I don't know if he will.
He can. Correct me if I'm wrong, but last time he played Polt, he actually did kill him, I believe, 2-0. He actually was in Polt's group in another GSL 2 seasons ago, I think.
You might be right. I'm not entirely sure.
I'm pretty sure about
this. That could be correct.
Because I remember it. In fact, I think they played on this map and Killer DT rushed him, if my memory is serving me correctly.
Or you're a crazy person.
I might just be a crazy person.
All right, let's take a look at Polt. Polt looking very handsome in this picture.
Yeah.
And I have to say, his Terran when he plays is just as handsome.
Look at his match against Protoss.
Wow. 7 wins, 1 loss. That's actually
11 wins, 1 loss.
Whoa.
His last 10 sets, or 12 sets.
Wow, he's actually a monster. And he's ranked 4th overall in the GSL. I did not know that.
Yeah, I believe his only loss is actually to Songho, so unless I am a crazy person, which
you actually
we will
just
see.
Make up these crazy
Let me know on Twitter if I'm
cast.
actually crazy. I'm Artosis. He has called me Tasteless. Follow us and
look. There's Polt. No, wait, that is Polt.
Yeah, you could tell the first one wasn't Polt. It wasn't handsome enough.
Yeah, exactly. Polt, of course, sporting the Terran race. He's been a champion before, but here's his opponent, also looking very handsome. It's Killer.
Yep, his ranking a bit lower than Polt's, which, by the way, is very, very high. See, his verse Terran is much sloppier, much less of a winning percentage. It's a little bit off and on. We've had some seasons where Killer looked really good and then missed a Force Brothers ramp. Remember that game?
Oh, God, I wanted to kill myself in that game. That was really sad.
It was pretty bad.
And we've actually had Killer in a Final 4, haven't we?
No, not top
Final
4.
8, Final 8. I think he lost to Inca.
You might be right.
I think
round of 8 lost to Inca. That definitely could be
games,
true.
It's actually a blur, but
yeah, not a top 4 though. He'd be even
ranked a little bit higher.
Yeah.
And look, there is Songho Killer in the booth. He's got his water. He's going to stay hydrated. He's got a Zealot.
That's
so,
right.
he can be like the Stalker and stay back, let the Zealot tank the damage.
Especially if you upgraded armor.
Yeah, you always upgrade Zealot armor first. All right, so 2 teammates going at it on the map, Belshire Beach. As you can see, Polt eliminating Daybreak and
Terrans do not
Killer.
like that map.
Yeah, they do not. And no shocker with Xel'Naga Fortress. That's such a weird map to play on.
Well, yeah, especially against Terran, and especially against a micro Terran like Polt. You don't want it to be a close together map. If it's close together, it just gets harder and harder against a Terran. So there you go.
The 2 players talking to each other in the game right now, shooting back a few little jokes, giggling at each other.
Killer asking if he's going to do the 1-1-1 build to him.
Yeah, he actually is.
Yeah.
All right. So, here's the match point. Can he defend the dignity of Protoss? as the last man standing in Codas.
I thought it said, can he defeat the dignity of Protoss? And I'm like, since when is Sangho the dignity of Protoss? Who gave him that lofty title?
All right. The game is now loading, so get ready for 2 GSL members to duke it out. Polt up against Killer. Will he manage to be one of the only Protosses to get out? We're going to find out here as we are about to cast this sick match. Brought to you by Taste and Artosis, the Casting Archon, here at the GSL Codas. That is the longest I will ever go, Artosis.
I caught
silent next to you.
I caught the Green Comteer's eye, and I gave her the shh with my finger, and she smiled at me.
Over here.
She knows.
Left. Yeah, we didn't have that outro synced up very well. We have... Hard. Whoa. Hard. There he is.
I wonder how many Star Polts he'll make this game.
That's like so dumb and but funny. Over here in the bottom right, in the blue, we have Polt's teammate, known as GSL October.
Well, he's already scouted very quickly for a 2-player map. Looks like he wants to get some probe harassment early and often. He's got to make those workers feel uncomfortable.
He's going over to the water cooler.
Oh, he's going to get it! Oh! Only 10 hit points left on that probe. The SCV, on the other hand, even lower health, only 5.
He went by the coffee break room and said, "Hey, SCV, how you doing?
You sure look nice today, SCV." And the SCV is like,
"You should wear that short skirt more often." And that's what they say, probe harassment. See it, know it, stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, he's going to get that SCV.
And he gets it, but loses the probe. And that's what happens. That's what happens. If you make an SCV quit the job via harassment, you're going to get canned yourself, all right?
Yeah.
There's an HR office for that.
That's why you got to take this stuff seriously. Now we have the Marines being rallied over to the entrance. Meanwhile, no Zealot yet here for Killer. And I think it was pretty smart for Killer to scout right away. Mm-hmm. He's saying, teammates are oftentimes much more likely to cheese each other because they're always very familiar with each other's play styles.
Well, they know which cheese will get the other one. It's
yeah.
Like, oh, he hates this in practice, lol. Well, he does know about one gas. That's about it. Killer really staying on that one gas. Looks like he's just going to make a very fast expansion, whereas Polt is getting a factory. I wonder if he's going to do reactor Hellion over.
What if he does the 1-1-1 build?
It's a strong build, but we are seeing Protosses right now are having an easier time with it, with a variety of builds, even though it keeps killing them. They are getting very close to stopping it tasteless. And it is going to be a reactor Hellion build. Not too surprised, this is gaining a lot of popularity on the Korean server. And in fact, I got to give mad props to the Russian player Happy, the old Warcraft 3 guy, undead player, because he has been using this build forever in every single TVP he plays. He knows, man. That Hellion unit is good.
It is. It's a damn good unit. All right, here comes the Zealot now. He probably wants to see if he can just get that one SCV.
Even the scouting of this Zealot is going to be phenomenal. Look at this. He sees Reactor Hellion. Do you know how different it is to see that?
He sees the command center as well. He knows exactly what it's doing.
The Zealot sees everything. In fact, a Stalker coming up as well. Going after Marines.
Wow. Oh, man. If he could just keep that Stalker micro, keep it micro.
He doesn't want to get surrounded.
He's getting pushed to the wall.
Oh, look at that.
He breaks free. Oh.
Someone oiled that Stalker up.
They dunked him in butter, so he was all slippery.
Oh, man, he's stuck. Look at that positioning by Polt. Amazing positioning. That one SCV making it look like there was a way out. Guess what? There wasn't.
That SCV was slightly fatter.
Oh, my God. That was handsome.
All right. The Hellion is now going to move out. And finally, the pressure is now off for Killer. You can kind of focus on, doing a good
That's right.
macro game.
He chewed some gum and let his head stabilize with the pressure on the inside of the airplane.
Oh, yeah, that's what you got to do. Gum on an airplane.
I actually hate gum. I'm afraid of gum, actually.
You don't like gum?
That's a story for another time.
You swallowed gum?
I swallowed gum as a child.
Yeah, I did that as a kid. I swallowed that gum, and they're like, it's not going to be
well,
for 7
years. I was warned right before. It was like, don't swallow gum. And I was like, okay. And then I got my piece of gum, and then I swallowed it immediately. And I got the belt tasteless. So I did not chew gum again for like 15 years or something.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It's not actually true that gum stays in your stomach for
7 years, man.
Is that actually true? I think that's actually a myth.
Oh,
I think parts of the chemicals break down.
It's true.
Well, would that mean if you just like swallowed gum every day, like a year, you just like wouldn't be able to fit food in there? Your stomach would be all stretched out?
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, so
I'd have to call you Gum Gut. You'd be talking like, "Shut up, Gum Gut."
Like, stop it, Joe.
If anyone shot you in the stomach, the bullet wouldn't come out the other side at least,
It
right?
would bounce right off, man.
It wouldn't bounce; it would stick.
Oh, it would stick?
Yeah. You get a superpower then. You have this hole in your stomach that gum comes out of. You're like Spider-Man, but out of your stomach with chewed up gum, but you're only Spider-Man for 7 years.
Oh, wow.
Quiet gum.
Imagine that if you're only a superhero for a certain limited amount of time. All right, now
we abuse that.
Yeah, you do.
Well, Polt is going up right away into 5 barracks. That is like a lot of barracks, Tasteless. Normally, you don't see someone jump right up into 5.
Looks like he wants to do a pretty strong time. I mean, we have the Templar Archives now on the way here for Killer, and he has taken both of his gases. So that is a very early Templar Archives.
Yes, it certainly
incredibly
is.
early, actually.
I am actually really excited about this build. In fact, there's been a lot of changes in this match lately. In fact, he's getting a second forge as well. So we may just see a very defensive play. We might even possibly see some cannons put up by Killer as he's getting 2 forges and the Templar Archives, because that's going to be so much gas that he's not going to have enough stalkers and sentries to truly stop a well-microed push. So cannons can help out in a situation like that. This is getting very interesting, adding a bunch of gateways, not getting charged.
Yeah.
So
it's
getting
one of the few games I've ever seen where it's Psy Storm before charge. You know he's upgrading attack and armor.
Totally cool build right now.
Totally different build, too.
Getting that Psy Storm out ASAP. And Killer's actually made a mistake here, I do believe. He only has, oh, there we go, a 3rd probe going on each gas. Just doing so now, though. This is really interesting, man. I can't wait to see what he does with this. I hope he doesn't just attack in.
He doesn't do it like Genius did?
Yeah, I hope he doesn't do what Genius did. That would be bad.
That was painful.
Well, right now, Polt just producing an insane amount of units, 6 Marines at a time. And Psystorm definitely going to be good against a very Marine-heavy army like we're seeing here. Charge on the way, just a little bit later.
You know what he's basically telling us right now is that there's no way Terran's going to all-out attack me yet.
Yeah.
But so a player like Polt is going to sit back and macro. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all my upgrades up, get my Psy Storm, get my Zealot charge up, get that all up and ready because I'm safe.
Yeah. And hopefully he does go ahead and expand off of all this when Charge and Storm is done, because that is like this great timing to expand. If he tries to attack, of course, there's a lot of bunkers, things can get messy. Psy Storm not as good against bunkers as you'd hope. Some Marauders now coming out for Polt. Killer retains the watchtowers right now. No Observer of any type.
Note, he has, well, we don't have a shot of it right now, but there are Templars on the edges of his base. So he's actually ready with feedback, and that's probably one of the reasons why he gets so many Templars right away. Technically, you could just feedback a medevac right before it drops anything out, and it just destroys everything.
Absolutely. If it has enough energy, it does. But, you know, some of these great Terran players stim a little bit more and keep that medevac energy below the medevac health just for that reason. Killer getting ready to take the gold. A perfect decision there. That's exactly what he's going to want, but he's got to be careful here. Here comes Polt's army. He wants to duel.
They're moving out. I think he may reconsider taking that gold until this is all over with.
Well, we don't actually have any ghosts out for Polt yet, so these Psy Storms are actually going to be awesome.
Right, he scans. He's going to see those Templars now. He may consider turning around, and he wisely does.
Killer does have 1/1 upgrades. He does have many High Templars with many Psy Storms ready. And I actually really like his position, Tasteless.
Yeah, it's
really
actually,
like it.
I'm really impressed with the Protoss's play so far. Okay, now he's going to go in for a drop. Don't forget there are Templars, though, at the edge of the base. Okay, here he comes now.
Man. Will Killer catch it, though?
We need to get a shot of these medevacs. Okay, there are 2 Templars.
Will he get it? Will he catch this?
Oh.
Well, it doesn't quite kill either. Nice size storm turns into an Archon. It's a good job. And Killer actually sends his army to the wrong side, sends it into his third instead of into his main. Little misclick there.
Actually, big misclick there.
Oh, man. He's going after the army of Polt during this, though, deciding the counterattack is the prudent course.
Nice kiting here from Polt. He is doing a great job to tank. Unfortunately, will go down.
Polt does stim once again.
I'm a little bit worried here for Killer's main base.
Well, there's no healing there, so Zaltz will clean this up, but Killer is just going for this counter. His side storms are way far behind, though. He's going to lose everything before they get up there. Uh-oh, he should have waited for a moment.
Yeah, this is just bad army control here. Now he's storming his own zealots.
Oh, there you go. There's some money storms, Tasteless. Oh, my God.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I think Polt's going to lose his expansion.
Yeah, it looks like it.
It's just the sheer raw numbers here and the upgrades as well. Let's not forget about that. That played a huge factor. Now the orbital might go down.
Killer's supply getting pretty nasty here. 94 to 56. It's got a huge lead at the moment.
Attack and armor almost complete. That'll put him at 2-2. I think we have GG here, Artosis.
Yeah, I think we're going to in a second here. No upgrades even done for Polt as 2-2 finishes. And the Archons are just going to be too strong, Tasteless. Will we have a Protoss hit the round of 16?
We will.
GG. Sangho has Polt's number, man. And it actually happens to be the same as Sangho's number because they live in the same house.
Wow. TSL Killer saying, what's this game? Easy, I'm done.
He's like, whatevs. He's like, am I in round 16 yet? They're like, no, what? He's like, oh, okay.
It's just that I'm really bored of being good.
That's either really cold water.
That looks really cold.
Or Pocari sweat.
I think it's really cold water.
Yeah, I think it might be. That's really cold, though. I'd be like,
you know, it's actually better for you to drink warm water?
Yeah.
A lot of you guys notice in China they actually serve all drinks warm.
Yeah, it's
even
really
the orange
weird.
juice.
You ask for a glass of water and they give it to you hot.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that.
It caught me off guard the first time I did it.
I know. I was like, oh God, it's really hot.
Talking to each other, Sung was like, I kind of owned you there, didn't I? Polt's like, wow, that's not very friendly. I just joined the team. You should probably make me feel welcome.
This is again, I was just saying, it must have been pretty painful, when I destroyed you.
Yeah,
you know?
like the way I made it look easy and stuff.
You were like, you were like the catnip, and I was the cat.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
I was going like this to you.
He was like meow meow purring.
Yeah.
Well, Polt
rubbed his cheek up against Polt.
Yeah, that's what happened.
And he turned into a dog and dragged his butt across Polt.
I think it's going to be a pretty. I think it's safe to say Killer can't get out of the group now because my concern was going up against Polt. That's like a pretty tough opponent to start up.
It's hard TVP
against.
I liked Killer's build a lot. I did. Of course, if Polt had, actually he had a cannon to help fend off Banshees a little bit. So,
I love the Templars in the back of the base. Maybe put 1 or 2 Stalkers in that, or with those Templars. Just
the beautiful thing is,
the medevac.
He feedbacks both the medevacs, so they can't heal even if they don't die.
Yeah.
Then he stormed the units, so it's like 1 round of 6 or 7 Zealots will clean that up no matter what.
Yeah.
So that's actually really quite beautiful. So here we have the results so far. Of course, you just saw it. Killer takes out Polt. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Protoss players. Here's your hero, perhaps. Next goes 0-2.
Next, we're going to have Dongregu DRG up against Taeja for the Team Slayers.
Pretty sick matchup. Taeja has been owning up the Korean Weekly's little online tournament.
Dongregu looks like he's a character from an anime right now with that pose.
Yeah, he kind of does.
He's kind of an anime kind of pose. He's looking quite good.
That's a 90s anime haircut right there.
That is. Yeah. As you can see here, he's ranked right now 88th, but
88. That's a lucky number.
It is.
It actually is.
Is it?
Yeah. No, it actually is. Remember the Team 88 that In Control used to run back 1,000 years ago?
Oh yeah.
That little nub squad.
Yeah.
That he got 88 because he was 12 years old. He's like, oh, this is a lucky number in China.
Oh, that is so cute.
Yeah, isn't it?
Oh, that is so cute. All right. Here we have DRG. If you guys have seen any of this guy, you will probably remember him from some of the Team League games.
Yeah. DRG, of course, short for dirigible. Big balloon fan.
I think that honestly, this is going to be a tough matchup for Teja, as good as Teja is.
Well, DRG is like the Terran killer.
Yeah, he is. He's actually pretty damn scary.
If they made like a God of Death for each race, he would actually take up the Terran killer status. Unless MVP did, and that's just gross. So
yeah, come on, MVP. Count. Here's Teja, and he's got his finger up. He's like, oh, no. I don't know what he's telling me I can't do, but he definitely has that look. Or maybe he's like, just one?
Yeah. Could I just have one win, please? I don't want to go to up and down.
I'd
one
like
win?
one hot dog? Not two, because, pretty skinny guy.
Just one?
Just one, please.
That's all I need to be full.
He's actually also ranked 85th, and that's not because he's not good, but just because he's new.
Yeah, they're new guys.
Newer faces here in the GSL. Slayer's Sellout was here today, and still is here, to coach Teja in this extremely important match that will be pivotal in his esports career.
Yep. Don't want to face Polt. Believe me, you. Teja.
So, in a group that's this good, it's so important that you actually win your first game. Oh, we got to sit up.
Yeah.
I'm always afraid. I always want to scoot in because I don't want you guys to see like my little nerd roll that I got here on my stomach.
That's why I center myself behind this instead of a little bit closer, because then I can sit like anything. They'll never see that nerd roll, man.
Yeah. That's how you protect them from seeing your nerd roll that I've developed from hunching over in a chair playing computer games for years.
Yeah.
Sickest nerd roll.
Is that how you get a nerd roll?
That's how you get a nerd roll. You have to.
I thought that's how you get nerd back.
Well, I got
think the nerd
back.
roll may be from.
When you gain a little bit of weight, then you develop the nerd roll.
Yeah.
You at home might have a nerd roll. You might want to do a little check. Take your index finger and your thumb.
Can you grab a roll?
Can you grab a little roll? That's your nerd roll.
Yeah.
But just look at me right now. I'm grabbing my nerd roll.
Yeah, you are.
Give it maybe. It's not a big nerd roll. It's a baby nerd roll. All right, so here's the match point.
Terran Killer Zerg, Dongregu.
Who will own the GSL? We're going to find out soon.
Well, I think that would be GOMTV, but if not, I would say Nest Tier MVP.
Could be. All right, the game is now loading. Game number 2 here today at Terran versus Zerg. Such an important match for these two players going into it. There's no turning back now, so get ready for Dongregu up against Slayer's Teja here at the GSL October.